everybody, welcome back to Trackmania 2 Canyon. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're still working through all of the missions or levels available in the single player, but we have reached the red difficulty of levels, which have become significantly harder than anything we've seen previously, to the point that I am going to switch to doing post-commentary over top of some selected runs I chose from me working through those. We're going to do D01, D02, and D03 today. D01 was fairly easy. It only took about a half hour, but the other two took in total about, I would say, around 3 hours to sit down and get gold on those two. So we are doing a full gold medal run through here, so I'm committed to doing that, but I do have to sacrifice doing the live commentary because I'll be honest, I can't keep up a good commentary string for 3 hours per level. It's just not going to happen. So without any further explanation, let's go ahead and just jump right into D01. Alright, this one's going to be a pretty short little track. Need to be under 22 seconds. But it introduces something, I don't know if it introduces, I believe we've seen it before, but it brings back the inversion element of the game, something that we haven't seen much of. Overall, I've been pretty disappointed by the lack of inversions in the game. As you can see there, it switches you to a first-person view whenever you reach an area with an inversion. I'm going to struggle with this quite a bit. Mostly just because I haven't done it in a while. You really got to line the car up right, just the right spot, and then like let go of the controls, because if you try to control it when it's upside down, it freaks out. So you just got to line it up just perfect, and it's going to take me quite a while to get that right. It is a shame that they did not include more of this kind of obstacle in the courses. It's very well melded into the scenery. I was starting to wonder if maybe that's why there wasn't much, loops and corkscrews and stuff like that in this game, was because they couldn't, make it work right with the scenery. But this seems to work great with the scenery, and it looks as good as the rest of the game. It's also as difficult as the rest of the game. Alrighty, so this is going to be my one and only complete playthrough of this map, this level. It just all came together right. Took probably 24 attempts trying to hit this loop correctly. As you can see what I mean, just basically lined it up perfect, so I didn't have to do too much imp control, and that was basically the whole track. That was as simple as that. That was Gold Medal Run, and on to D02. This one's going to be a much longer track. About 56 seconds is our gold medal run. This first run, it didn't really seem like it was going to be that difficult to begin with. A lot of these kind of tight canyon corners, I expect to do stuff like that where you gotta learn where to slide and where not to, but for whatever reason, this one became much more challenging than it appeared to be. So through here, I'm noticing that the runs the AI cars are making, which I'm not 100% sure. Is it an AI, code that's basically telling the game what kind of time you can do here, or is it actual people recording the times? I'm not sure. But either way, the gold medal run that is represented by the ghost car is like spotless here. There is no mistakes, meaning that I have got to hit this track absolutely perfect if I'm going to get anywhere near that time. This run was not anywhere near perfect, but I wanted to at least see the whole darn course. So in the end, it's just basically, the same kind of racetrack turns. There's nothing too complicated at the end. It's all about those little section of turns that I just couldn't seem to get exactly right, especially this first one here. Yeah, lots of this. But eventually, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with that, and I at least find a decent line through there. I even screwed up this little jump here a ton. So at this point, I'm probably about 45 minutes deep into attempting this level. Getting this jump here right is basically the only opportunity you have to catch up to the gold medal time, because he lets off pretty early. So he's got made up a ton of time there. So it was looking pretty good. And one of the more annoying features of this game is the sticky walls, and I completely understand why they have to do it. If they didn't do it, you could just slide along the walls and it'd be a breeze. But they just seem to grab you at the most inopportune times. So that was a silver medal run. So I start trying to, make up a lot of time here, and found about every way to fail in this section if possible. Definitely ended up in the water quite a bit. I ended up doing that the most. I would hit the top of the rocks, trying to get, as much throttle through there as possible. It's a matter of like half a second that I'm trying to make up in that one sector. And every time that, you see me fail up there, there's probably 10 times that I failed back here, just not making that turn correctly. So that's about perfect there. There's definitely a little bit more room to catch up. But overall, that's a very good jump. Still not clean enough through that last sector, and there. So all this ends up being is an improvement, but no medal. So about a second off of what a gold medal time would be at this point. Very good first sector there, just keeping the momentum up. If you have an extra, 2 kilometers an hour before you hit that boost section, it will skyrocket you down here. So at about a second ahead, I knew I just needed to not take it easy through this last technical section of the track. And then the rest of it's pretty much a piece of cake. A little slow through there. He came really close. but it was a gold medal nonetheless. So there is D02 gold medal run. That took, I think I went and ran about an hour and 45 minutes. So now we're on to D03. This is the one that nearly made me, well, it did make me quit the game for a little while. This first section of recording you're seeing here, these first runs, I gave it a good solid hour. You know, I had just come off the other one, and I was probably already frustrated and angry at the game for that. And this one, again, I hate to be negative about the game. I'm very negative about this post that I kept getting. I hate to be negative about the game. I do love the series, and this game has been no different. I've loved playing it. Some of the stupid mistake there. Some of the worst track design that I've seen in a Trackmania game. It's just it's very uninspired, and there's no use of all of the different kind of track elements. Basically, every set of levels has looked just like the other set of levels, but with some kind of weird walls in your face turn to make it impossible to get the most out of the car. I'm not really complaining that they're too difficult. It's always been the case in Trackmania that it's very difficult to get the gold medal times. It's even more difficult to get all of them. But it's maybe just less rewarding than some of the other Trackmania games I've played, because there's no really cool obstacles to go through, and you don't feel accomplished when you get something. You just feel like, oh, we're good, I got through that annoying little section. You can see I am bouncing off of the walls a lot. I'm just really struggling with keeping the car just the right pitch to line it up through that last section. But even as messy as that run was, it was a bronze medal run. You can see this is the section I struggled with. Quite a bit. Eventually, the pieces start coming together. You know, I've gotten this first section so like coded into my brain that I could be roughly a second ahead through the first section before we reach that middle kind of banked section. See, it's solid slide through there is what I'm trying to do, but you have to basically arc the car through that whole section as if it's one big sweeper. That really sets you up to nail that wall many times. But the first section didn't really give me any problems. That's about as good as I can get it. End up casing the wall at the end. See that previous attempt you saw over there, I went off to the left and overdid it on the slide. But this time it all came together. It wasn't a very clean run, but it ended up being about a second quicker. So that is a gold medal run on D03. I cut a lot out of that one. That was actually 3 separate recording sessions that you see there. As I mentioned, this is taking exorbitantly longer to do every level, so I highly doubt I will be going back to the kind of Let's Play live commentary style. Hopefully I will improve at being able to do this post-commentary style. It's a little awkward for me. I've never done anything like that, so bear with me. We still have approximately, I believe, 15 levels to get through. So I'm going to have plenty of opportunity to do that. But until next time, my name is ConeDodger. Thanks for watching.